So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got some space here. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 22, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott off play action. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And some space here. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A give to Elliott running left. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Shifts by him. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 35 on second down. Watson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a third time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following a touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 4th down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go up the middle with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, here's Chubb again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Quick throw completed by Watson. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Browns. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Cowboys make over 5 and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot. But not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. He'll get this to about the 38. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 38, Watson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Elliott is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. On play action, Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have one interception. He had one last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Dak. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Fourth, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Now that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Here's Watson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. And what can Prescott do in the OT? To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Dak. Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.